My name is Matthew Eickman. I'm the CEO of Abra Kadabra Environmental Services based out of Minnesota. I was introduced to BidClips through my business coach, Seth Garber. He introduced me to this technology. I saw how much time it could really save our team. The feature that stands out to me the most is, if you set it up properly, being able to get a customer a quote without ever having to touch it. You can program geographies, service types to get it to the point where if the customer gives you the proper information, they got a quote right now. That's incredibly powerful. That's Amazon. Like, that's how people buy faster. Sales velocity is like the biggest benefit of having BidClips. Another really cool component to it that I do like is you can get the customer involved in solving their problem through submitting video or pictures through the BidClips platform and really interface with them. Instead of them waiting for you to show up, you can start gathering that info before your tech even gets out there. I think that's a pretty cool function within BidClips. We had too many calls coming in and we just couldn't get to them fast enough. Really, before this, like, we were closing deals and making sales mostly on the phone because it was the quickest way we could do that. This really takes that to a digital format and communicates in a manner and a language that I believe the consumer is starting to prefer, via text message, email, some type of instantaneous messenger where they don't actually have to talk to you. And by leveraging that, now we can use standardized follow-up messages, we can use different triggers in there, and it multiplies the time of the people that we have in the office while still delivering a really high quality customer experience. So it shrinks the time for the customer, but it multiplies our time in the office, which I think is pretty cool. One of the biggest barriers to serving our customer as a small business is answering the phone and getting it scheduled. So if you're a small solo operator, you got a couple guys and you're in the field, being able to get that customer's information without actually having to talk to them literally could mean you selling that business or not selling it. Then that can become a hindrance when you're on a roof trying to take care of a customer and you have your phone ringing off the hook. I know myself, I wanted to throw my phone off the roof at some points because I had to sacrifice the customer I was trying to serve to take care of that customer that I know I'm spending money to get that phone to ring, or seeing that I had 24 emails I needed to get back to from a lead form and they've been waiting for me, right? So BidClips allows that customer to feel like their problem's being solved instantly as soon as they reach out to us. So if we have too big of an influx, then I'm letting people down that are really counting on us to help them solve their problem, and that's not okay with me. So in order to better serve our customers, BidClips has really been something that helps us communicate when we have a lot of other communication or other things going on, and we don't want people to feel like we don't care, because we really do care. And most business owners do. It's just like there's only so many things to have your focus and the most care at a certain point. When it comes to growing a company, you really want to leave people feeling like you care. If they feel like you don't care, they're going to find someplace that doesn't make them feel that way. So it's just that balance, and BidClips has really helped us, and it delivers a really healthy customer experience overall. I think something that's really important with BidClips is how easy they make the implementation process. They've been fantastic with us because sometimes you can get very robotic answers and like not a lot of humor. Everyone we've worked with at BidClips has been just easy, and they understand that we don't know what they know about the system, and they're patient and help us through that. In my opinion, the people behind a business are what really create that business and why it's good or bad. So that was pretty reassuring for me. I've had some not so pleasant tech experiences in the past, and they just made it real simple, not only for me, but for my team. Like, in the industries we work in, we don't want to really mess around with that stuff. That's why we're working with our hands, or we're in the trades, and they make it so that we don't have to know everything. We just have to know enough to work with what they've created, and it's just real easy to work with, and I can see that there's a lot of potential for it to grow and improve still, and they're constantly working on that. They're not just okay with what they created. It's still getting better each day. That's important for me. I don't want to have an outdated technology in 2 years, and they're doing what they can to make sure that we're not going to end up in that position.